Tipping is not available in Chicago yet. I made a mistake. I read a list. I thought Chicago was on the list. It wasn't there. I'm sorry. Can you please stop name calling? It's really quite juvenile. Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and yeah, the Google and Uber lawsuit got really interesting today. So there's going to be 3 videos about the whole thing. Make sure you check them all out. This is probably the most important of them because this is the one that's causing the most confusion. Basically, Google, or their division Waymo, has dropped most of their patent claims against Uber. They had claimed 4 things against Uber, and they dropped them down to 3. Now, why would they do this? Well, let's go with what Uber's saying first. Uber's saying that shows that they cannot deliver on those claims, that they overreached, and that they are now pretty much admitting that they don't have much of a case against Uber, which is, of course, probably not the case. Why wouldn't they drop all of them if that was what was going on? Google states that the judge, and I don't know if the judge should have been allowed to do this. If there's any lawyers, please comment below. Tell me if this is ethical for a judge to do. But the judge actually said that to go after them for all of these counts would overwhelm the jury. And he recommended that they dwindle it down to pretty much just one issue, and they could still get everything that they wanted, but they could confuse the jury less. That is what Google was, what they said they were encouraged to do. Now, of course, we don't know for sure what the real reason is. Only Google themselves know. Only Waymo knows. Did they drop the patents because, or the claims, I should say, because they realized Uber didn't steal them? Or did they just dwindle it down and focus on the key one because they could still get the exact same thing from Uber even if they prove them guilty on this? And they just didn't want to confuse the jury, because I have to say, it confuses me a little. It does confuse me a little. There is some logic to that. However, the reason it's wise to go after all of them is because the jury only has to find them guilty on a couple of the patents being stolen, not all of them. So when you have 4 of them, the jury might award you at least one of them. By dwindling it down to 1, well, if the jury disagrees, you get nothing. And the jury might have disagreed that this was the one that they had stolen. But they might have agreed Uber stole secrets from the other patents. You never know. And as for the claim that that Google doesn't have a case against Uber, which is what Uber's saying, I don't think that's true. I mean, nothing has suggested that Google does not have anything but a very good chance of beating Uber in this. So, but Uber has to spin it in a way they want. They have to show that, at least put on the facade that they are innocent. And they are innocent until proven guilty. Let us keep that in mind. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Uber has definitely gotten way more offensive today than they have in the past, and the other stories are going to prove it, that they made a couple claims that were definitely a little weird. They're building their own story. Make no mistake about it, and we're going to talk about those in the videos. But for now, Google has dropped 3 of the 4 patents they were suing Uber over. But whatever one they decide to keep, apparently that's the dynamite one. That's the one they can prove. Or, here's the other thing. Maybe they saw Uber's redesigned driverless trucks and cars and kind of discovered that, hey, 3 of these patents, they're not there anymore, so it's not even worth trying them. But this one still is. I don't know. I just don't know. What do you folks think? I'd love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member or buying some swag from the Great Media Universe store. And if you want to drive for Uber or Lyft yourself and make a little bonus money, because there is a sign-up bonus, believe it or not, a very good one, there are referral links below. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.